Hello again, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio, and the Mining Town Journal is finished. So I wanted to do a quick flip through so you could see the finished product. You know, when you list on Nancy, you can only do 10 pictures, and so it makes it hard to show an entire journal. And so I like to do a flip through so people can see it in its entirety instead of just 10 pictures. So if you've been following, you saw how I made the cover out of an old book, and it's just got a little piece of muslin as a tie that I stamped, and the images are from Sweet Pea Curiosities, and the paper that I used is from Amy at Crafty Cat. It is her Alaskan wallpaper digital. And so let's get started, and I will just do a quick flip through, and if you have any questions, please ask, and I'll be glad to answer them for you. So here we just have a pocket with a little journaling card in it. And we have a book of merchandise stamps that is original here. And over here we have one of the beautiful images and some catalog page, which is a replica catalog, of course. And then one of my little faux metal tags here, and a piece of little cutter quilt for my cutter quilt. You'll see some of those throughout the book. Here we just have a little envelope, and there is a pocket here, and we have a original coal receipt here and some green stamps. This is the Tim Holtz photo that we aged in a previous video. And then we have just some paper to write on. And in this pocket, which is a mining picture, I've got just an old receipt, a tag, and there's an old payroll card from 1942 in there. And then over here we have an original freight bill receipt that I just attached with some staples. And we have this die cut that kind of looks like a lantern, a miner's lantern, with this photo that you can journal on the back of, stuck in there. Another original receipt. In several places throughout the journal, I have put actual excerpts from the book that I read that's about the zinc mine that is in my town. And just several of the stories that I thought were really cute. Like this one said, I said to the teacher, my daddy doesn't drink beer, drink milk, he drinks beer. And it tells a little story about the classroom. And then that leads into this particular little side pocket, which is an old flashcard and another beautiful image from Sweet Pea Curiosities. And it has a little old photo. This is an original photo of a class and a piece of a children's reading book. And then over here there's another vintage photocopy of a vintage classroom, an old classroom, in an original invoice here. That's the back side of the invoice. Another picture. There's a tag in here that comes out. And this is some of Amy's pretty wallpaper digital, an original ledger. This is a piece of waxed paper. I did end up splitting this into 2 signatures, and I originally only had one, and it was getting to Gettermouth, so I took it apart and split up the pages and made it 2 signatures. This flips out. Again, original ledger, original receipt. This little miner guy here. And here's another story out of the book that talks about a train coming through Mascot. And one of the cars flipped over and it was full of Hershey candy bars. And they were talking about the kids going out and getting the candy bars. So I thought that was a cute little story. And then here we have a coupon with a vintage photo of a restaurant gas station kind of thing in a mining town. More of the wallpaper and original receipt. Here is another photocopy of a mining town. And there's an original receipt in there as well for a workers' compensation audit. And just a little piece of avocado dyed lined paper in there in that pocket. And then here's another collage, and it has lyrics from Coal Miner's Daughter. And then over here we have a merchandise coin, or what they called script, an original receipt, and there's some vintage notepad paper in here that you can do some more journaling on if you'd like to. Okay, and then you flip it over here, and you have this adorable little girl, and she's on with a Tim Holtz mini clip. Again, here's one of the stories. This one is about school, and they had what they called a Tom Thumb wedding, where they had like a faux wedding or at the school. And then I put just a little paper bag in there that you can decorate or do whatever you want to with that. And then here we have a tag that has a 6-quart berry coupon in it. And there's some more script here. It's backed with a piece of original ledger and a rusty set pen up here and some more of my cutter quilt. And it is in a pocket made out of a old Sears and Roebuck catalog replica. And then there's more of that nice grungy wallpaper. This is a double pocket here, and I just made a couple of little cards that stick down in there that have a collage on them. And we have another receipt. Coffee dyed paper, another piece of the wallpaper digital, and then we have this collage here with this beautiful little girl on it, and another excerpt from the book that talks about payday, and this flips out, and there's a time card here, and this flips out again, and so you've got a big old writing space there. There's also on the back of this a time card and a little merchandise store from a mining town. Okay, you flip that page and we've got some more original ledger and some lined paper. And then here I made a little corner tuck. This is a Tim Holtz piece. It is a little thicker, and I put one of my faux little number tags on here. And then there's a picture of a mining town in the back and another original hardware invoice just stuck under there. And then here is our center of this one, and this has the lyrics to 16 Tons and one of the images from the digital. And I had mentioned this before, but if you didn't watch, this little mouse is on here because the miners used to use mice to help them indicate when there was going to be some kind of collapse in the mines because the mice would all run from the tunnels. So they didn't mind the mice being down in the tunnels with them because that gave them a good indication that something was about to happen. So they didn't run them off. And then you've got this big double spread picture here in the back of the miners. And more writing space here, and a piece of journal, more lined paper, and then you've got this adorable little guy here. And this was the tag we made in our, I saw it on Pinterest, that reminded me of the Paper City, which was part of the mining town. And here is the little story about the Paper City. About them taking cardboard and making their little lean-to houses out of the cardboard. And then this little excerpt from the book talks about the commissary and what you could buy there, and going to get RC colas and moon pies and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of a cute little story as well. And there's just coffee dyed paper behind it so that you can write. And then this spread has this adorable little girl on it. And this has the canaries on it, which, you know, in the olden days, they used the canaries to tell if there was carbon monoxide poisoning if the birds died, because they would die first. And then there's an original invoice here and some faux potato coupons. And that's it, guys. So this one will be listed sometime tomorrow evening. And then I also hope to, and I will show you as far as I've gotten so far, the first of the ones that are going to be mainly for writing. I have this one almost finished, and this one has this cover on it. And again, I have done this one a single signature. It is a hidden spine signature that has been sewn in. And this is what the inside cover and the back side cover looks like. This envelope is going to be mounted back here when I get that far. Minimally decorated, these are going to be. I have done some stenciling and added a few things. This is some original page from the book that's being used. Wax paper. There are a few little pockets here and there, and like I said, there's stenciling. There's a pocket I need to put something in. I've used some washi stickers and just some little add-on pieces throughout. But these particular journals are not going to be overly decorated. Like I said, they are going to be more for, you know, real writing. And they are the size that would be really easy to stick in a bag and take with you. So just a quick flip through of this one, where I've gotten so far anyway. And I think this is about as far as I've gotten decorating wise. So I have a few more pages to go in this one, and this one will be finished. And there will be another one after this one that has this cover. And you can see I already have the pages cut for it as well. But this is the cover for that one. And then lastly, and I haven't even started it yet, will be this one, which we did the other day, and it is a little bigger. This one will be 6 by 7.5. So it'll be a little bigger, but it'll still just be one signature, and it will be minimally decorated on the inside, kind of like these. And then I have one more that I'm going to do. Actually, I have 2 more. I have one more that I'm doing with the Sweet Pea Curiosities, which will be this one with this cover. And you can see all I've done basically so far is just pick the cover and pick the image. I haven't done the background. And then I have this one that is going to be totally different, but I love this book cover. And so it's going to be this book cover, and then this is going to be on the front with some other things, of course, but it's going to have this little envelope with the owl in it on the front, and the owl does come out. So that will be that one. So as you can see, I have several things in the works, and as soon as I can get them all together and listed, I will do final flip throughs of these 2. And if you are interested in any of these, let me know ahead of time, and I will be glad to reserve them for you when I do list them on Pinterest. And I guess that's all I have for now. I hope everybody has a good evening, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.